Minnesota guards it well and forces Luka to kick the ball out. And a three-pointer, and it's a much better start. Shooting threes for Dallas today as Luka drains one. Edwards the dime, Conley the three, and it's 8-6 Minnesota. Lively catches and finishes from Luka. We'll figure that out after the timeout. Luka lobbing to Derek Lively, and at the first timeout of the game, Tim, kind of getting back to the point about Minnesota and their offseason and what to expect this year. I still think, and maybe, look, as Green knocks down a three, this is a 4-point play. We'll clean this up in a minute on Minnesota. But
it doesn't matter if he's looking at you or not. You got to be ready, and then you got to be ready to fire away too. And that's a really good example of Green's quickened up release. He really had to clean that up. His shooting form used to be so slow. He used to have a really wide, sort of off-balance base, but he got that thing away in a hurry.
Well, shooting numbers will take care of themselves as time goes on, but you can't give up the baseline, to our point, like we just saw in the replay of the Nas Reed basket.
In favor of getting back in an effort to limit transition offense the other way, but now we're seeing the pendulum swing right back. I mean, we're seeing teams get offensive rebounds 30 to 35% of the time. One extra shot here, one extra field goal attempt or trip to the free throw line there could be the difference between a win and a loss.
Bobby, by my count, Minnesota had a 12-0 run. 3G out there behind the back pass in transition. What?
You see something new every time you watch an NBA game.
Splash down, Luka for three.
The ability to knock down open shots, can do some other little things. We just saw him there stifle the Karl Anthony Towns drive and then give the pass ahead to Luka.
Yeah, for a finish too. That Dallas did not do well was executing clutch games. Minnesota was 28-20 in clutch games last year. The Mavericks are 26-29 in clutch games.
Do you out-fight, out-muscle, out-scratch, out-claw your opponent to go get that ball? And too often last year, the Mavs just lost those 50-50 ball chances, but they're doing a much better job of that today.
Running the floor, Dante Exum scoring. Kyle Anderson rejected. And you're also impacting young people with, not just obviously teaching basketball skills is cool. That's a great finish by Exum on the drive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, watching basketball is really fun, but playing basketball is even more fun.
It is.
So it's a lot of kids not only get to go play, get to learn, but they're learning from guys like Luka Doncic. A lot of second chance points for Minnesota in this quarter as the Mavs try and make this comeback.
Throwaway, and Hardaway got back and broke up the Jordan McLaughlin alley-oop pass. This is not an alley-oop pass that will be broken up. And here is Dallas defense with Tim Hardaway Jr. on one end and Derek Jones Jr. at the other end. They know about the schedule release. That is one of my favorite days of the offseason, and it's because you do find out how you're going to be spending 6 months of your life, essentially.
You know, a lot of the days, maybe not all in sequence yet.
My name is Mark. I have a problem. Yeah. I have a problem of obsessing over the schedule too much.
A rough-looking miss from Jaden Hardy there. There have been some turnovers by both teams already at the start of this quarter, so there's going to be a little bit of sloppiness, but look in the dirt. Oh!
Man, what is Dexter Dennis doing out there? And Jelly Walker comes in immediately, runs a pick and roll with Lively, kick out pass. Hardy for three. Greg Brown III is in the game now. Turnover, and Matt Ryan challenged by Dexter Dennis, and he traveled. Matt Ryan, he puts up a three-pointer, and it's no good. And Lawson making his presence felt with the defensive board. And Greg Brown, that is going to count right now.
There by Jason Kidd.
No, good spot on that, man.
Yeah, no, I was a little indignant after that call.
You were indignant, and I was confused by what you were indignant about. Brown with another rebound. His pass out is deflected. Then he chases it down. Dexter Dennis attacks the closeout, and from a mile away, you could see that Dexter Dennis. There is Dexter Dennis, absolutely ferocious finish.
Brought it all the way back.
But I think one of the great things that you learn by being at practices, and you're seeing it right now in terms of the way the bench is reacting, is there is such great support. There are 2 or 3 guys right now that the numbers just simply say they're not going to be part of the team once training camp comes to its conclusion, as Greg Brown makes it a 3-point game with the dunk.